welcome back to How to XA. Today we are going to learn how to do a subset. So our subset is basically our filter for what data we want to see. In Netlink we have a filter row, and you can also filter on the fly in Powerlink by right-clicking and doing on each column heading and doing subset criteria, okay? Or in the filter row, you can do the same thing here in Netlink. While that works great, let's say my warehouse I just want is 1. I hit enter, it gives me warehouse 1. But when I leave this business object, I no longer have the subset. So I want to create a subset where I only see warehouse 1. I'm going to clear my filter. The subset drop-down is the second drop-down, and that gives you all of the existing subsets. So to create my own, I go to Customize, Subsets. I can select another, highlight another subset, and click the New button. That's the paper with the plus sign, and create a new one. Or I can select New and then click the plus sign on the paper. So I'm going to name it. I can make it public or private. It has the section for print options, but honestly, I'm not sure anybody really prints out of here. It doesn't really look pretty, and it's not very usable. So now I'm going to use the filter row here to search for warehouse. Now it gave me a lot of stuff. I could use object here and deselect all of the objects I have here. These are all the related business objects, including the actual object I'm on. And you see that filters me down just to 1. I double click that and it brings up on the side here my constraints window. So here is where I would select that I can do either equality, is equal, not equal. I can do inequality, greater than, less than, blah, blah, blah. I can do containment. It contains the number 1. I can say it doesn't contain number 1. I can do a begins with, doesn't begin with, and I can do an ends with and does not end with. And that's if I want to do a constant value. I can do a list value. And on list, you really only use equal to or not equal to. And you would add, I want warehouse 1, add, and it puts it on my list. I want warehouse 2, add, and it puts it on my list. Now, if I don't want to do a list, I can say I want it to equal, I have another file that's related, and I want it to equal whatever's in the field in the other file. You can put in that related field, and then your subset will only pull the warehouse locations related to that field. You can also do a range of warehouses. I might want to go from warehouse 1 to warehouse 10, and I can do that here. Now, I'm going to do a constrained value, constant value of just 1, because that's what I want. But say sometimes I want to pick a different warehouse, or I want it to ask me every time I open. So I put 1 in as a default value. If I click prompt for value, every time I use it, the subset, it will come and ask me. So I can hit say, or I can, if you want to do another constraint. Let's say I want to do location. I can select location. I can either double click or hit the plus here to add. And then I only want locations that begin with the letter A. Maybe I want to prompt that value too. Now, there is the option of a logical operator. So maybe I want to see warehouse equal to 1, location starts with A. Or I want to see warehouse equal to 1, location equal to B. So you get the option where you can do 2 sets of constraints. Now, mind you, this will show everything for that set though. So you gotta be careful how you use the or, because you might filter information out with one set of constraints, but then include everything under the sun in the other constraint, and you get a full listing. So some other features here, I will talk to at another time about maintenance history and the where used and last used on these. Actually, let's talk about it now. Maintenance history will show every time a change is made to a subset or a view or a sort. It'll say where it's used, which isn't really totally relevant on here. And it'll also tell you the last time it was used, and it actually gives you some dates. So now that I have my operands and everything in there for my constraints, I will click Save. And this will bring me back to my subset window, and I will hit the Apply button, which is the little sheet of paper with the arrow. Now when I click that button, it pops up with my prompt. I'm not going to change anything because those are the values I want, and I will hit Continue. And then now I have a subset of only items that are warehouse, or locations that are warehouse 1 that start with A. Now, this is an interesting fact, shortcut you can know. If I hit the Control and Y button, it will bring my prompt back up. And let's say maybe this time I want the ones that start with B. And I hit Continue, and voila, I have all the locations that start with B. And that is how you create a subset in Netlink, and it works pretty much the same in Powerlink, minus the filter row. Thank you for watching How to XA. If you like the video, please click like and subscribe.